It is a multi-million-dollar problem. There's something lurking deep inside of your business. It is quietly frustrating your teams, draining your profits, and ruining your best plans. It is not a new competitor, and it is not a shift in the market. It is something way more devastating. Dirty data. Research actually shows poor data quality can cost companies up to $12.9 million per year. For some, that number grows to 31% of their revenue. That is not just a small oops. It is a multi-million-dollar problem. So what is this dirty data anyways? Simply put, it is any information that's wrong, incomplete, all mixed up, or just plain duplicated. Think misspelled customer names, addresses that lead nowhere, missing sales numbers, contact information from 5 years ago, or seeing the same client listed 5 different ways in your system. It's like trying to build a skyscraper on a pile of crumbling bricks. It's just not going to work. Now, this data usually gets dirty from simple human slip-ups during data entry, not having clear, standard ways of doing things, or when different computer systems in your company just don't talk to each other well. Imagine different departments speaking entirely different languages. This creates these little islands of information that we call data silos. The result? A murky, unrelatable mess. And the crazy part is, many companies don't even realize that this mess is the actual root of some of their biggest headaches. In this video, we're going to decode this hidden problem. I'm going to show you how this seemingly small issue can really snowball into this massive financial hit. And more importantly, we're going to dive into some powerful, easy to understand strategies to clean up your data and protect your bottom line. The real cost of dirty data isn't just some number that you see on a spreadsheet. It's something that can seriously hamstring your business from all sorts of different angles. It's like an anchor dragging behind your ship, slowing you down and making every maneuver harder. If your customer data is full of errors, like wrong email addresses, old interests, or incorrect details about who they are, your campaigns are pretty much doomed from the start. You're basically throwing money into a black hole. It's like trying to send a targeted ad to a ghost. Your message never reaches the right people. Or even worse, you end up annoying potential customers with stuff that they don't actually care about. It's been shown that businesses can waste a huge chunk of their marketing budget just because their data isn't up to snuff. This isn't just inefficient. It is money straight down the drain. Then there's the massive hit it makes on making big decisions. Business leaders need good data to figure out the market, spot new chances, and decide where to pull their resources from. But if those reports and dashboards that you're starting at are built on a foundation of lies, it's like using a faulty GPS for a road trip. You're bound to make wrong turns. Bad data leads to bad insights, which, you guessed it, lead to poor strategic choices. When the bad news spreads like wildfire online, getting that trust back is incredibly tough and expensive. Data silos, that's when information is stuck in different departments or systems that don't talk to each other. Just make all of these problems worse. It's like each part of your company has a different piece of the puzzle, but no one is putting them together to see the full picture. When your data isn't shared and brought together, you often get a patchy and contradictory view of your own business. It almost makes it impossible to get a clear view on what's happening with your operations. Have you ever sat in a meeting where your marketing department tells you one thing and your sales department tells you the complete opposite? This is probably the reason. Your customers or where you stand in the market relies entirely on your data. And this isolation that occurs means that mistakes in one system go completely unnoticed and unfixed, just festering and spreading their damage across the whole company like an untreated infection. Not being able to bring data together from different places is a super common challenge that leads straight to these inefficiencies and bad decisions. When it comes down to it, dirty data creates a whole chain reaction of bad stuff. Lost sales just because you couldn't find or reach the right people. More customers leaving because of bad service and irrelevant messages that really don't innovate because your insights are built on shaky ground. Those millions lost aren't just a scare tactic. They are real. They are missed opportunities. They are lost customers. And they will deteriorate your business into the ground. The good news is that you don't just have to sit there and let dirty data beat you up. By understanding the problem and using some smart strategies, you can clean up your information and build a data foundation that you can actually rely on. Let's take a look at a blueprint that allows you to turn your data from a headache into the biggest asset of your business. This is about thinking long term, moving from just cleaning up messes to stopping them from happening in the first place. This is about thinking long term, moving from just cleaning messes up to stopping them from happening in the first place. This is about thinking long term, moving from just cleaning up messes to stopping them from happening in the first place. Data governance means setting up clear rules, standards, and ways to handle data from the moment it's collected to how it's stored, managed, and used. A really important part of this is deciding who's in charge of what data. Data ownership and stewardship. This means giving specific people or teams the job of making sure certain data sets are accurate, high quality, private, and secure. When someone owns the data, they're on the hook for keeping it good. These data stewards become the champions for quality, looking after the metadata. The data stewards and owners, they're making sure that everything is consistent across your company. This framework should also include setting clear goals for data quality, defining what good actually looks like for your business. In terms of things like accuracy and completeness, consistency, how to update and how up to date the data is, and how reliable it is. This isn't just an IT project. It is a company-wide promise to treat data like the critical asset that it is. Trying to manually go through these huge amounts of data to find and fix the errors isn't just slow. A lot of the time, it is practically impossible. It's like trying to find a specific grain of sand on an entire beach by hand. This is where technology is a massive help. Modern data cleansing tools can automate a lot of the boring work involved in finding and fixing the things that are inaccurate, inconsistent, and duplicated. Think about software that automatically checks for email addresses and phone numbers to make sure that they're not only entered, but entered in the right pattern that you're expecting. The power of AI and machine learning is really changing the game for the data quality scenario. These technologies can learn patterns from your data, like a detective learning to spot clues, predicting potential quality problems before they get out of hand, and even suggest or automatically make corrections with a pretty high degree of accuracy. By automating a lot of these tasks, you don't just save a ton of time and money, you also seriously cut down on the risk of human error and make it easier to keep your data quality high as you continue to scale your business. Like we talked about, data silos, where information is trapped in separate, disconnected systems, are a major reason why data ends up inconsistent and might have one version of a customer in one system and sales might have a different version of that customer. And then you might have your customer service team seeing a completely different version. To get a real single view of your business and to break down these walls, you need to break down these silos. This means putting data integration strategies into action. Things like centralized data warehouses or data lakes can bring data together from all over your company. Think of a data warehouse as a well-organized central library for all of your business information, and a data lake like a vast reservoir holding raw data ready for various uses. There are even data virtualization tools that give you a unified view of your data without actually having to move it at all. The main idea here is to create a single source of truth, so all of your departments are working from the same consistent and up-to-date sheet of music. Clean data isn't just accurate, it is also secure and handled the right way. Following privacy rules and regulations are so important. With cyber threats on the rise and tough data privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA, messing up how you protect sensitive information can lead to disastrous financial hits and a ruined reputation. Good data quality habits go hand in hand with strong security, like keeping your house clean and also locking the doors and windows. This means that things like data encryption, whether it's just sitting there or it's moving, setting up strict access controls so that only the right people can see or change sensitive stuff, and anonymizing data when you need to for analysis to protect people's privacy. Making data security and privacy a core part of your data quality doesn't just help you to avoid the expensive breaches and fines, it also builds that all-important trust with your customers. Technology and processes are important, absolutely, but they're only as good as the people that are using them. It's like having the most advanced toolkit in the world. It's useless if no one knows how to wield the tools. A truly data-savvy company is the one where everyone at every level understands why data quality matters and has the skills to help maintain it. This means investing in data literacy training for your entire company. Give your teams the know-how to handle the data responsibly, to understand the best ways to keep data quality high, and to spot potential problems. Build a culture where good data is everyone's job, not just something that the IT department handles. Encourage ways for people to easily report data errors that they find. For companies that are struggling to find people with super specialized data skills, low-code or no-code analytics platforms can also help more employees work with data effectively. Even if they're not tech wizards, think of these as smart assistants that help to simplify complex data tasks. When your team knows their way around data and is committed to quality, they become your first line of defense against dirty data. This helps to make sure that your cleanup efforts stick and that you're getting the most value out of your data. By putting these 5 connected strategies into play, you're not just mopping up a mess. You're building a strong, reliable data system that will be a powerful driver for your company's growth, efficiency, and new ideas. You have a clear, doable plan to fight back. Setting up this strong data governance structure and using the power of automation and smart tools, breaking down those limiting data silos with integration, making data security and privacy a priority, and this is a big one, investing in your people's data literacy will turn your data from a source of constant frustration into a real source of opportunity. Getting to perfect data quality is an ongoing process, but It is one that truly pays off in the end. But now you have the basic knowledge and the main strategies to start tackling data quality issues in your business today. What's the biggest data challenge that you run into in your business? Or maybe one data horror story that you're brave enough to share. Let me know your experience down in the comments. And if you want to follow up and see some of the processes that you need to use for your data team, take a look at this video right here.